Hey guys, it is the real ones. I'm Lisa Jones.
And I'm Goldyn Duffy.
And we are here today is, oh my God, June 1st. How
Ew!
could it possibly be June 1st already? This is
I don't know.
cray.
I'm glad to be rid of May, and I really would like to see June to be better energy. That would be great.
I feel like it already is. I mean, how do you feel this morning or this afternoon?
I feel good. I know that the world is in turmoil, and I feel like, it's our responsibility to keep bringing up the vibration. So I think that we're here on the perfect day at the perfect time, and we can call that in.
Absolutely. I totally agree. All right, let's bring on our Facebook Live and get this party started with our Facebook group.
Yeah, and all the things that are being called forth right now.
Yeah, it's a wild and crazy time. It kind of feels like the Wild Wild West, maybe.
It does. I was
right?
thinking the same thing, or like some kind of I don't know, those movies, like
Like which ones?
I was thinking of the one, I think it was Mel Gibson. What was that one with Mel Gibson? And they were, I don't know, the world was ending.
Oh.
Yeah, you're never going to remember. You're not good at remembering.
I'm not good at remembering.
I'm used to Mike. Mike remembers everything. He's so good.
I'm not.
But yeah, it's it'll come to me through the show. But it's kind of like we're in this state of we don't know what's going to happen next, and I don't want to feel that way, because that's what brings more of this energy to us. So we've got to like kind of put a stop to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just activating the love in the world and sending peace, but not from a place of desperation. When we pray, it's really easy to pray for things because we're in lack of them. When you set intentions and you make decisions and you raise your vibration to a really a strong frequency, it's not from desperation. It's from strong intention of believing that we are creators of our reality.
I love that so much.
So it looks like we're on Facebook.
You nailed it right there. Hey guys. Hello.
You guys should listen in on YouTube, because that was on YouTube, and it was prophetic.
Goldyn just delivered like an epic, like boom, just downloaded it right there. So you definitely got to check out our Facebook page our YouTube, and subscribe, guys. If you subscribe and then email us, we will send you a amazing download that we did teaching. It's an abundance video, and people are emailing us and saying it's like changing their lives. So
yeah, good
be
stuff.
Sure.
You got to tune the frequency.
That's right. It's all about tuning the frequency. And oh my gosh, I've been listening to Dotson's Parallel Lives.
He's the best.
And
I want to get him on this show so bad.
Oh yeah, we got to get him on the show, because I've got to go in and photocopy. What am I saying? That's like a word from like the 1980s. I'm gonna go photocopy. What is that?
Well, maybe you want to get out of 2020. I don't know.
Maybe that's it. Anyway, but I was listening. I think it was chapter 16 last night, and he just nails it on like money and relationships and your health. I mean, it was so succinct. I'm going to see if I can like screenshot that and put it on.
So this is the book. It's called Parallel Universes of Self. And I have the actual copy of it, but I do too. Yeah. I've never been able to read it. It's really so dense. I've only been able to listen.
What I love is I'll listen to it. And like right now I know it's chapter 16. So I'm going to be able to go there and look at it, because when I read it, it like imprints on my brain so much deeper. I love hearing it both. I love hearing it and I love reading it, because it brings it in through the visual.
I think I've listened to that book like 8 times.
I know.
It's like reality creation at its finest. And I think I've said before, he has a lot of like Neville Goddard's philosophies, not the Bible stuff, but definitely the reality creation, but he's never studied Neville. So it's like, that these are, it's alignment of universal law is what it is.
Yeah. And it was off the charts. The other thing that I'm reading right now, I've got like 3 or 4. I've got Neville Goddard. I've got him. I'm listening to that. I just got the Medical Mediums Cleanse to Heal book. Yep. Oh my God. I think I've just revolutionized the way I'm going to eat. It's called mono eating. And you eat the same thing for at least a week.
Okay.
And you can do it up to 2 years. So here's what here's my plan, because I love banana papaya smoothies. That's like, I think for the last year and a half, I've been having that every
They're
morning.
delicious. You've made them for me. They are
And
so
guess
good.
what? That's on his mono plan. You eat papaya and banana as much as you want throughout the day, but that's all you eat. You don't need anything. Well, you have celery juice in the morning. He's all about celery juice.
Right.
So you do the lemon water, celery juice, and then throughout the day you eat bananas and papayas and lettuce if you want, but that's it. Wow. So I'm doing that for a week. I'm gonna try it.
All right, I'm gonna let you do it first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it first. Apparently, it's so good to like rest your body, like especially your intestines. I've had some definite. We've talked about this before, but yeah, I don't know. I just can't let go. I like to hold on to my shit. You know what I'm talking about?
We're all kind of full of shit right now.
But yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm going to try it. Plus, you know me, I don't like to cook. I'm not a bit, I've kind of enjoyed it. I go in these little tiny waves of like enjoying it. And then I'm like, no, I don't. So
I want to know how that works out for you.
I'm going to call my grocer today and see if they'll order me like a case of papayas so I can have them on hand.
That is awesome. Yeah. I want to see how you feel, because I need energy. I've got that massive workout I do in the morning. So I got to make sure I'm fueling my body to be able to get through that.
For sure. Yeah. So anyway, if anybody else hey, post below if there's a book or something that you're reading right now that is just inspiring you to like up level your life, something that, brings you light and joy and love, because it's so fun to share books and ideas like that.
Well, and it's really important to tune our frequencies to that right now, instead of kind of what it looks like is happening. So in order for us to shift, we have to draw our attention away. I know it's like so hard, because it's like, I got to know what's going on. I got to know if the next neighborhood is on fire, because I need to be prepared. And it's like, that's just drawing things to you. If you just take a break from everything. I was listening to an Abraham this morning, and she said, take a break from everything for 30 days, just 30 days. Just take a break from social media, from news, from everything that's happening in the world, and watch how your life shifts. And I was like, I would love to do that. Can I? We'll see.
I love that. I love the idea too. And I'm practically there. I mean, literally, sure. Here in Maui, there's really not a whole lot going on here. As far as, cause it's beautiful. Like we don't have any illness or anything like that. So it's great. And they opened, oh my God, they finally opened the gate to the other beach that I go to. They opened my beach like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they finally opened Secret Beach today, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to go there tonight for sunset.
It's so awesome. We went out to dinner twice this weekend, and it felt pretty amazing. I have to say.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I don't know. Like I said, I hardly leave my house, so I don't even know if things are open yet, because I have so much fun just reading my books and meditating. And Kaiser gave me the Calm app. Are you familiar with the Calm app?
Yes, I am. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I downloaded it, and it's so great. So every morning I've been listening. She does these like little 10-minute,
that's awesome.
Meditations. And I'm liking it. It's kind of, I call it like meditation light, because I just don't have to I just listen to her.
You don't have to like grab yourself and keep bringing yourself back.
Yeah. So it's been a nice little reprieve from my normal, sometimes I'm like an hour into meditation, and I'm like, it's like work sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's like work.
It can be. It's a practice, right?
It is, but I love it. I have to do it. Have to do it.
I couldn't live without it, especially right now. It's like
absolutely.
Got to get your mind right.
That's right. So
on that note,
yes. On that note, we're doing something really fun today.
Yeah. So I had shared a little while ago. Actually, no, I shared with you yesterday about my gym practice and how I go to the gym every day. And he did this whole thing about form the other day. On Saturday, we had this practice of form and like the proper form when you're exercising. And he was talking about how your toes need to be in alignment with your knees and your shoulders and your hips. Everything needs to be in alignment when you're working out. And what happens to your body when you start to get tired is you start to kind of drop your shoulders. And I definitely do that a lot. I kind of walk around like, oh my God, he's killing us. And when you do that, what happens is like your body starts to kind of shut down, and it gives your brain, like your brain gives these messages to your body, and your body gives your messages to the brain. And then you start to feel more and more and more tired. And that's how injuries happen. So I changed my workout that day, and I kept pulling my shoulders back and down, and it changed my thoughts. It was so cool. And I had one of my best workouts I've ever had. I was like in this zone for like 39 minutes. I burned 800 calories, and I was like, this works. So then throughout yesterday, I started noticing when I started to get tired, and I started to walk around like that. And it's really about engaging the core and like keeping your body upright, which is a posture thing, but it's also a brain thing when you start thinking about how your brain is thinking and how it influences the body. So like if you're getting out of bed in the morning and the first thought you're having is, I'm so tired, and you're bringing your shoulders down, your body is going to respond to that and to make you feel more and more tired. Or, you know, I used to do this all the time where I would add up my sleep. So crazy, especially like as a mom, you add up how much sleep you got, and then you'd be like all day, like, I only got 3 hours last night. And the truth of the matter is if you didn't pay attention to that, like I don't really pay attention. I go to bed when I know I need to go to bed, but I don't like count the hours of sleep I got, because that's going to train my brain to say, oh, I should be really tired today. So really pay attention to what your body is telling, or what your mind is telling your body. It's kind of like a relationship, and allow yourself to kind of pull yourself up higher by holding your body in a different way, and then allowing your thoughts to change based on how you're holding your body. You know, like more, you see confident people, Tony Robbins talks about this. He talks about pretending there's a string on your chest and it's being pulled up so that you're confident. You know, those people, you see those people, they walk around, they're confident, they're strong. So it's all about that message that you're creating through your body and through your mind.
I love that. It's such a symbiotic relationship, you know, because if you, like you said, you start saying, oh my God, I didn't get enough sleep last night, today is gonna, you know, gonna be a crappy day or what. It's like you're pre-paving that experience for yourself.
Completely. Or even like what's happening in the news right now. If you're paying attention to that and you're like, our world is a shit show, and oh my God, everything's lost, or I'm angry about this, or I'm sad about this, or, you know, our world is bullshit. Like any of that stuff that you're feeling right now is just conducting more of it. So we have to pull away from it. I know it's easy, and I know we have to let our feelings, we got to feel our feelings, but the truth is these feelings were always there. So nothing, it's just, they're just being activated. I don't feel a lot of anger about this. I don't feel a lot of sadness. I'm protecting my field right now, big time. It's not that like ignorance is bliss and I'm not paying attention. I'm seeing what's happening. I'm just not letting it affect me in a way that's going to take me out of my light.
Well, and that's exactly what I was listening yesterday on Dodson's book. And he said, sometimes, you know, he said like putting your head in the sand, you know, or not paying attention, people think that's like, you know, you're opting out. But the point is you're actually giving yourself an opportunity to heal in that moment and not be caught into this wave of someone else's experience.
Creation. This
That's
is not
right.
our creation.
No, it's not our creation. No. And so the best thing for me, again, people can do what they want, but it's about the more that I can be shining my light and loving everybody and knowing we are all one.
Yeah.
You know, that whatever darkness is going on out there, it's, you know, it's equal and opposite light. And so we need to be shining the light, you know, as strong or stronger than the darkness is out there. But if we
for more love, right?
That's right. More love. And so that is, because I know that, you know, and I know there's people that are angry and then they're saying that, you know, other people aren't doing the right thing. Again, what is the right thing? The right thing is for you to know in your heart what makes you feel good and tune into that frequency and be more of that, be more love. That's my prescription for me. Take it or leave it, but
no, absolutely. And it's also carrying out, because I know there's this feeling of anticipation right now. And I mistakenly read this guy's post about what he thinks is going to happen, and it wasn't good. And I was like, well, I'm not going to create that shit. Like that doesn't feel good at all. And it's like, well, that's reality. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. If you start tuning yourself into a different frequency, you're going to experience things much differently than most people. This is why, like when a car accident happens, people have different perspectives, right? Because they were standing in different places, or because of past experience of their own accidents. Like someone might be traumatized from seeing an accident where another person may not be, they may not affect them at all. So you have to understand that your perspective is everything. So we got to keep our perspectives really high. We got to be those hawks and fly above this and just say, this is massive healing for the world. Massive. Like this was all happening underneath the surface, and now it's coming out so it can be cleansed and released. And we can help that. We can help that. We can move this anger. We can move this sadness, and we can do it for other people by getting back into alignment with our truth, with our divine energy, with our source, with God above, who is
absolutely
not absent.
That is right. And, you know, and to spend instead of spending time on the news and infiltrating your field with the negative, you know, stuff that's happening, spend your time in silence and connecting with the divine and sending love and light out. I mean, as we've seen, when we collectively come together and meditate and send that love and light out into the world, it shifts. They can scientifically show us the different frequency that we're creating on this earth. And so to me, I want to spend my time doing that rather than, I mean, I just feel like there's nothing else I can do other than spend my time sending love to everybody, because we are all one.
We are, and we are all loved. No matter what you're seeing out there, the foundation of every one of us is being this expression of source.
That's right. That's right.
No one is apart from that. No one needs to be hated. No one needs to be judged right now. All of that is just going to add to this basket full of shit that's happening. We've got to pull away from that and raise the vibration of the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility, but we are able to do it because of who we are, because we are creators, and because of what we believe.
That's right. Today,
it's easy to forget.
It is so easy to forget. We're gonna read one of our members.
So I'm not going to mention any names because I didn't actually clear this with her if it was okay that I did it on the show, but I think if we do it anonymously, she actually did want to be on the show a while ago, so I feel okay with sharing this. But it's kind of interesting when you have, people are starting to pull in questions here. So we are considering having some people on the show to answer some questions, because that's where the leading edge of information comes from.
That's right.
All right. So she enjoyed our talk, the calibration talk. This was all about the calibration talk. So she wants to know, how do I create momentum in my life? She's a health coach and also a scheduling coordinator. The somewhat good news is that just last week, the scheduling job that she's done for 20 years was eliminated. Now, I've been kind of in partnership with this woman for a few years, so I know her story, and her scheduling job was something that she really hated, but she did it because it brought in money that she needed. So this is interesting, because the universe will always take something away when you won't give it up when it's needed to be given up.
That's right. Yes.
Honestly, I am relieved. So that's a really good vibration, because I've been holding on to this job that didn't fit anything about me for so long, but I'm scared because it was monthly money that I've gotten used to. And the universe cannot bless you with a new opportunity when you are holding on to the one that's not working.
That's right.
And the energy of relief is higher than the energy of how she was feeling before, which was lack and desperation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. Through the past 4 years, I've dealt with health issues, and I've learned so much on healing the body. So I know I can help people with their food and exercise. She coaches people with a network marketing company, but knows there's something more than this. Each time she goes within and visualizes her ideal day, she sees herself cooking, coming up with new recipes, her happy places in her kitchen. A cookbook keeps coming to me, but then I get scared because I wouldn't even know how to do it. I know how to do it. I just think that I need to change something to get really excited about. Network marketing is no longer aligning with me, and the scheduling job hasn't in a long time. So what I've learned from you is to listen and go with the vibe. If it feels yucky, look in another direction. So she just wants some, I mean, the answers are all in that, right?
Right. I was going to say, what's that?
What would you say about it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, go to your happy place and create from there. When you create at your highest vibration, that is when the universe like pours down its abundance upon you. But when you're stuck in doing things that you're not enjoying, and you're, like, oh, I just have to do this because it covers the bills. Well, then guess what? you're going to have to do it because it covers the bills, because that's what you're telling the universe that you're willing to do and that you're wanting to do, because you're not doing anything differently.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's truly about letting go and letting the new come in, because again, as Goldyn said, you know, the universe can't give you anything new if it's like, you know, your cup is filled with doing the crap you don't want to do.
Yep.
So how can the universe give you anything new until you dump it out, or it dumps it out for you, like just what's just happened?
Yep.
And that's the same thing that happened to me when I was working at the hedge fund. It just got worse and worse and worse until finally I'm just like, I'm done. And then I got a $10,000 bonus when I quit. I'm like, what? So
and those
you
are the
never
things
know
that you
what's going to
don't,
happen.
right. You don't have those in your perspective. So
Right.
you can't imagine what's going to happen. I've seen Michael Duffy let things go, even despite my fears of being like, but that was our income. And then these huge opportunities come because he let the other ones go that he knew they weren't serving him anymore. And he's the major breadwinner. So, you know, it can be a scary place, but if you have that faith and that trust, and every time you do it, your faith and your trust, it grows and it gets stronger.
Yeah.
And you start to live life a little like fearlessly, where you're just kind of like, I'm not doing anything that doesn't resonate with me anymore because it doesn't feel good. And I know it's not going to lead me to abundance.
That's right. And also, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, one of the things, it's just popping into my mind. I feel like all these people that I have channeled in the past, passed away loved ones that come through, they're like, oh my God, if I would have only done what I really wanted to do, I would have, like, I saw, you know, where my life would have gone if I would have just been more bold and more confident and just did it, you know? I mean, that's when the miracles show up. That's when really exciting, fun things happen. But you have to be able to just go out onto that leading edge and take a jump and know you're going to fly. And, you know,
well, and I think that's the gift we've been given in this whole quarantine situation. And all of this is that nothing is for certain. So why not take the chances? Why not live life to the fullest? I mean, we know what it's like to be kept down and to be kept from doing what we feel passionate about. So now it's like everybody should just break free and do what they really want to do. And you will be supported in it. That's the thing, is the universe is going to line up all these opportunities that is going to just, I mean, I've seen this millions of times in my life and in others.
For sure.
So I say go for it. I say the cookbook, if it's coming to you, girl, just sit down and start doing it. Just start doing it, because you don't have to know everything, right?
Well, it's like, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. You got to just take the first step. And that's the exciting part, is that once you take the first step, and I've got chills as I'm saying this, the next step reveals itself, but it won't reveal itself until you take the first step. And that's, again, it's a law of, you know, the universe, that you have to be able to, in order to create something new, you've got to start creating. Because you can't get to the second step until you've completed the first step.
Yeah. The step forward is the invitation to the universe to co-create with you. You got to take that initial step, because if you're just sitting and waiting, you're in that vibration of waiting and nothing can happen.
Right. And you're directing the universe, you know, by sitting and waiting. Okay, I'm going to sit and wait. Well, then you're telling the universe, okay, I'm going to sit and wait. No. You've been inspired. You've been given your instructions through your inspiration, through your desire. So then the very next thing to do is take the step toward that.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's really important for us to act on our ideas, because if we don't act on our ideas, they go fast. And the thing about ideas is they actually go to other people. Like, if we don't take an idea and do something with it, it will go to someone else. So like, it's important for us to like not talk ourselves out of these ideas, because most of them are coming from a very inspired place.
Yeah.
And why not? Just do it. I'm excited for her. I really am.
It's super exciting. And especially the fact that the job got eliminated. I mean, that is the universe just giving you a little kick in the tush to get going. So it's like, just be thankful and just see what the next thing, you know, happens. And again, it's like that art and the Zen and the art of happiness, right? Like what amazing thing is going to come from this, no matter what. Like if you're having just a disaster, if, you know, whatever things are, you know, currently you don't have money, this or that, just be in that vibration of, oh my God, what is going to happen from this? This is going to be amazing.
What excitement. Yeah.
Right. But you
Yeah.
got to keep that level up, because if you fall into the doom and the gloom and the, this fear, I mean, then you're going to attract more of that.
Yeah. And it's hard to create from there. You will still create. I mean, I've
Yeah.
lived in quite a bunch of fear and still created. It just came slow.
And at the last minute. Yeah. Yeah.
It was really hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it showed me, I mean, it was all part of the lesson, right? It's all perfect because we are where we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for her, and I would love to offer her a little spot on our show to tell us about her amazing journey and how it unfolded, because I'm positive something great is going to come from this, because it always does.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. Good
Awesome
stuff.
So yeah, guys, send in your questions. I guess right now we're going to do the email thing until,
we might start hosting you guys, like, do a little clip of a recording. I just love the idea of allowing people to come on and kind of shift and go back and forth and see where they're at, because I can tell, and I know you can too, like we can read your energy and we can tell you where you are on it and then help you to shift to a different perspective so you can create different energy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Nobody's stuck. Everybody thinks they're stuck. No one's stuck. You're only stuck because you think you're stuck.
And it's like, trust the process. This is what, I guess my birth grandfather, this was his saying, trust the process,
Really?
And
that's cool. That was way before the time.
Oh,
right?
way before. Yeah. Way before. Cool. And I think that's part of it, is we always think like we're supposed to be somewhere different. We're supposed to have more. We're supposed to be more. We're supposed to no, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And there are no mistakes. That's the other thing. The angels, whenever I channel them, they are like, it's all a different experience. There are no mistakes. You cannot make a mistake. Every single decision you make, is just a different experience. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is.
What does Abraham say? She says, if you didn't miss the boat because there's another one coming, and there's another one after that and another one after that. It's like, we're just getting ready for the next opportunity. And if we're not ready and we don't take the opportunity, it'll come back. I mean, it's not like, your life is over no matter what age you are.
That's right. Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
And even when it's over, it's not over. We just go on to the next creation and get to experience it from there, and then look back and be like, oh my God, I should have been more bold while I was on earth, where I could create things in the physical, because it was so exciting and so fun. But no, I just sat and I worried and I was concerned and I was fearful, and, I didn't do what my heart was calling me to do for years and years and years. Like, if not now, when? Like, to me, this is a freaking call to action right now,
It's a massive call for sure.
Oh my gosh. It's exciting.
I was actually thinking about that today, and I was like, some people are probably thinking, man, I wish I just had money worries right now. Like, I wish that was my only problem, because it's like all of this stuff is happening and you're just kind of like, geez, what was I complaining about before?
Right?
Fine before all this happened.
Yeah.
So we got to be grateful. We definitely got to be grateful. And one other thing that I want to touch on that's coming up is just the idea of fighting against, because there's this big, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of fighting against right now. Like, we have a war on drugs. We have a war on this and a war on that. And we're protesting, and we've got, peaceful protesters. And then we've got other protesters that are not so peaceful. And anytime we're fighting against something like that, we're actually including it in our vibration. So it's like what we're focused on expands. So as we protest more and more, and people think, well, how can I get anything done if I don't protest? And it's like, well, energetically, you could create your reality instead of fighting against what looks like reality right now. So that's the part where, as deliberate creators and the universal law that Lisa and I believe in and teach, wholeheartedly, because we have so much evidence of it, that's where that comes into play. Energetically, we need to start creating our world and stop being so physical, and creating chaos is actually what's being created right now. But for some reason, it needs to be created. So we can be the peace dwellers, and we can be the ones who, bring the vibe up of the planet and send more love and light, and not get involved in what's going on out there that's not creating peace.
That's absolutely, I love it. Oh my God. I swear to God, you are channeling what I listened to last night, because that was the other thing he said. if you're going to go out and he didn't say the word protest, but he's just like, if you're going to get involved in causes, make sure that you're getting involved in causes that you are for,
Right.
not against.
Not against.
When you fight against things, you're creating more of it. It is just, I mean, it's just, again, it's the law. It's universal law. You are creating more of that. And it's just,
I know. I used to think so. I remember when I first learned The Secret, and they would say things like, when you say, I don't want to get sick, the universe doesn't hear the don't want part, right? Or the don't part, right? And I was like, that's really weird. And then I started to understand that it wasn't the words that the universe was eliminating. It was the focus, because the focus is on sickness.
Sick. Yeah.
That's when I started to figure out, like, the I am statements and stuff, and the mantras that you do and the intentions that you set need to be focused towards what you want and not towards the unwanted. And also, if you are focused on health because you're sick, you're actually bringing that sickness into there, because healthy people, they don't think about their health that much, right? Or people that have money, wealthy people, don't think about money that much. So there were times in my life when we were really struggling financially where I had to pull myself away from all the abundance meditations and all the listening to abundance and trying to grab onto information that was going to change things. I really just needed to draw my attention away from reality and start looking energetically towards what I wanted to create.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so good. I just pulled up our, things because or pulled up our comments. I'm trying to our things. So I just wanted to acknowledge people. Hey, Petey is in the house.
I miss Petey.
Let's see. Oh, wait. So Ned says, Lisa Jones, I don't know if you've already started eating more towards this way, medical medium, but I noticed even from the start of the recording here that you look more radiant. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ned. Yes, thank you so much. I love the medical
having that
medium.
Information is making her better. See?
Yes, that makes me so happy. And and you know what's exciting, guys? I used to work with the medical medium before he got famous. So I love him so much. He cured me. I had chronic shingles. This was years and years ago. And he was able to, it was just a phone conversation, and he was able to look through my body and said, you've got chronic shingles. And I immediately started crying because I knew that was what it was. Wow. And he put me on his protocols, and I immediately, it got out of I had it in my skin, like for 3 years. I thought I had constant, poison ivy or something. Cause I would burst out into these little, I know it was awful, but anyway, medical medium is amazing. That's
awesome. Yeah. I'm excited to hear about your journey with that, and how many more people we can influence to clean up their bodies. So
I know. And that's the thing. It's all
to be afraid of.
That's right. Whatever you put in your body is medicine, so just eating better is just so much better. So yeah, Petey says she swore off media for the last 3 weeks, and it's made a huge difference. Huge. Yes. Huge. Like I said, on the show a couple of weeks ago, I took off the news app thing, on my phone. It has made a huge difference. I'm like, oh, I don't even know what's going on. I didn't even know about the riots. My son, there was a riot in his neighborhood. They trashed the Target store across the street where he gets his food. So he's like, I don't think I can get food now. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just sending light. Yeah.
Everybody plant a freaking garden. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't care if you don't have space. We have no space here in California. Actually, I will post some pictures of what my husband did. He created these pallets with gutters. He's got compound buckets full of carrots and tomatoes, and
nice.
Got our Arma garden is and then we're going to start eating, more leafy greens, and it's good. I go out there and I pick stuff in the morning and I put it in a shake. I put greens in a shake.
Yay, that's exciting. All
and
right.
we're actually doing an avocado thing too. He actually sprouted an avocado from a pit. It's going so slow, but I'll put a picture up of that too, because it's pretty awesome, and he loves doing it, and I'm excited to have fresh veggies.
That's exciting to have them homegrown. There's nothing better.
This is something we can do.
There's nothing better. Okay, cool. Yep. So most everybody else is just saying, hello, people. Hello, Shelly. And Lisa Larkin jumped on.
Yes,
Yay!
Lisa.
And Karen.
Now listen to the whole thing, Lisa. Rewind it.
Rewind. We've got some information there. Let's see. And Jennifer Ripa do you know Jennifer she's from Connecticut. Hey, Jen, how are you?
Don't remember.
And Thomas, thank you so much. I need to hear this, as I was seeing a few doctors and expected the best, as I feel 40, not 62. Just a young fellow in my mind, but the negative Woody Allen thoughts jump in and I tell them they will be well. Just waiting for the appointment to get set up. You two do so much for me. I love you both. Aw, Thomas, thank you.
He has Woody Allen in his head. I love it. That's good. That's good. I call that the shitty committee. But
Yeah.
Woody Allen works too. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Yeah,
my
what
gosh.
we focus on expands, and what we believe is what we create, you know. And in a world like this, it's kind of like it's up to us to start to raise that, and not necessarily to go and preach to people or to try to, you know, to push our belief systems on people. The only thing we need to do right now is just share that light. Just be that light. Just be that force of lightheartedness, because it's so heavy right now. And if we can just keep raising our vibe by meditating, by reading the right things, by listening to the right things, we're going to bring that energy to the world, and people are going to want to be near us. They're going to want to feel that, because that, when we do that and we look at people with that energy, we activate it in them. It's like we plug them back in.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to share that story about what somebody said to you?
Oh. Well, it's funny. We had a dance appreciation meet. We had to get together to pick up some bags, and, you know, everybody's like social distancing, and I just wanted to hug people so bad, but I kind of reserved myself because everyone's not where I'm at. And I just sat down, I started talking. I'd gone to the beach that day, so I was, you know, just like sun-kissed and feeling good and just happy. And the teacher who's in charge, I kind of felt like she didn't like me because I'm super positive and she's super negative. So I made a judgment that she doesn't like what I have to say, because I'm always like, well, let's think about this way. You know, I'm always like, we always worry about money and we're always okay. Like, I'll just say things like that in the middle of a meeting. And so I wasn't really sure how she felt about me. And she kind of like poured her heart out at this Zoom DA banquet that we had the other night, and just said how much she appreciated my light and how I came in and just elevated the energy when I walked onto the driveway, just like, you know, just from the beach. Like, I'm thinking they're probably like, oh my God, she's going to the beach. Is she crazy? You know, like you get all these thoughts in your head.
Yeah, you're judging yourself, right? You're judging
like,
yourself through her, and it's
totally. And she's like, I just appreciate her positivity and her posts every day and what she's bringing to the table, because it's so easy for us to get sucked into the other direction. So I feel like I'm in a great position, and I feel very honored to be that person who could be a reminder to people of what we have control over.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I was, what was I forget, something inspired me about the idea of, instead of saying, I think, you know, that's our brain, right? We're coming from our brain. So it's, I feel, you know, if we can start really talking more about how I feel, and that's from our heart. And I think so that's kind of what I'm focusing on today, is just
I like that.
Speaking more from I feel, rather than, because I know I say I think a lot. I'm a very, logical thinker, and, you know, former CPA. Exactly. And I when I think about, I say that a lot. I say think a lot, and I want to come more from my heart and focus that more,
because that's coming from neural pathways. That's coming from brain. That's coming from our loops, from our past experiences, from all of that stuff. It was funny. I was listening to an Abraham today, and she was saying how, have you ever noticed when you're at a dinner with people, or you're in conversations with people, how people talk about what didn't happen or what they regret not happening? And I do that a lot. I'm just like, just last night we got a bed delivered, and I said to Mike this morning, I go, we really should ask those guys, like offered them $20 to bring it upstairs, because they won't come in the house right now. So now we've got this queen mattress in my living room that I have to haul up the stairs with Mike. I'm like, I'm sure they would have done it. And Mike's like, it's over, babe. Like, they're gone. I'm like, okay.
Right. You're like trying to change what was. It's like,
should have done that. Exactly. And so we call that shoulding on yourself. Don't should on yourself.
Don't should on yourself. Yeah.
But I like the thinking, feeling thing, because we are so programmed to be in the mind that we forget about this heart that is everything. You know, it connects us to divine energy, and our mind tends to bypass that. And that's where all the fear is and stuff. It's not in our hearts. It's in our minds.
It's in our minds.
Our programmings.
And it's a great way also, when you're meditating, to imagine breathing in and out through your heart. That's another great practice that I've
Love that.
done it. I've worked on, and I forget, but today I remembered again, and I thought, oh, I like that. I want to make sure I share that on the show.
Do a little meditation on that.
Ooh, let's do it.
I like that, because I was thinking today, like we are in a great position right now to raise the vibe and to give our little pointers, our little tips that we use every day. Like I like to call in energy, I'll call in angelic energy, I'll call in divine energy, and I can feel it hitting my body to a point where it feels like my cells start to up level. So that's something we can do, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Okay.
I can sit back. So if we go from thinking to feeling, then we're in our bodies. So just feel your body right now. I can already feel all the energy coming in. Like divine energy just gets so excited when we do this because we open ourselves up. It's almost like we're like closed, like we're walking around with our eyes closed, and all of a sudden we open them and we can see all of the energy all around us and feel it. So just feel it in your heart. There's tons of energy coming in right now because we're in a state of necessity. Ooh. Yeah, so just feel all that love pouring into your heart. Let it fill all those places inside of you that feel fear right now, or feel uncertainty, or feel frightened. We are protected and all is well. We are in a position of great change. We're in a position of great healing. We are in a position of great intention. And as we come together and bring in this beautiful light-filled energy, we emit it. We actually tune into the frequency of it, and we allow the world to come with us. We allow the world to up-level into this light with us. No matter what we are seeing, this light exists. It never abandons. It is always with us, and it is always available for us to focus our intention on. So just bring it in, let it fall upon you, let it fall all around you, and let it come within.
And I'm seeing a beautiful purple violet flame that's in the center of each one of our hearts. And as we focus here on feeling our hearts, this flame is growing, and it's cleansing any and all fear, anxiety, uncertainness, unknowingness, this time of upheaval and, scatteredness is what's coming through. And it's just burning all of that away, because again, those are all thoughts. Those aren't what's happening to you right in this moment.
Amen.
Right in this moment, you are safe, you are loved, you are perfect. And when you turn up this violet flame within your heart, it just burns away all of that unnecessary ickiness is the word that gets it put into our minds. And that's why it's great to leave our minds and just come right to this heart center and just feel that love that you are. Know that we are one, and that we are coming together, and that we are lifting the light on this world by focusing on our hearts and turning up this beautiful, beautiful violet flame that is within each and every one of us. Whew, I am on fire with this flame.
So let's set the intentions. Let's set the intentions for this beautiful unfolding of peace, of great change, of great awareness, of a greater awareness and an up-leveling in the consciousness of our community, of our collective, of everything that we were brought here to recognize. This great contrast will lead to greater capacities for joy and love. We will find compassion in this. We will find stories of love and unification, of our wonderful country coming together and recognizing the divine energy in each person. So look upon the world with that. Look upon the world and focus on that, the divinity in each person. and help each person to connect with that once again.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that net of light connecting each one of us, just blanketing the earth and bringing us all back into unification. Wow, I just got that this net of light is like a blanket of healing on the world. It's like infusing our DNA. It's up-leveling our cellular structures into a new awareness, into a new reality.
It's beautiful. And as I'm also seeing as well that all of this, all of the angst and, you know, all of the darkness that is happening right now, it's literally being purged, because as we talked of earlier, it's been in there, it's been in the collective field, and it needs to be purged and be revealed. And it's just like the letting go, like it has to be felt and let go, and then the healing can begin. And that this is where we're going to be able to see the humanity in each one of us that's being reflected through this, and it will bring us back together. It's a beautiful time. And if we can remember that this is the healing of the collective, and that this is just part of it, it's part of the process. We need to trust the process and be the love and the light that we are individually, and shine that for others to see as the way showers for everyone.
I know what keeps coming up is choose love. That was Sandy Hook's, which is, Lisa and I are both from Connecticut,
yes.
Really close to Sandy Hook. I grew up in Sandy Hook, and just that slogan of choose love, and they did. And that town is just immersed in love. It brought the community together like nothing else. So that's what our world is being called to. Choose love.
I love it. Oh my gosh, my whole body is just lit up. Hashtag choose love. That's what I'm going with. It's not about putting your head in the sand. It's not about turning away. It's about choosing love and just pouring it out through our hearts collectively to one another, onto everybody, to help. It's like salve for these wounds, for those people that are so deep in their fear and their sadness and their anger. And this is what we can do, is to be the salve through being love, and just blanketing the earth with our thoughts and our feelings of love for everyone.
Yeah, just feeling that light in our heart, just beaming out, just imagining it going all over the earth like rays, just healing, just bringing so much energy of higher vibrational quality.
And remembering that you can come back to this moment at any time, and just think of that violet flame and just allow it. It's almost like those, those old-fashioned hurricane lamps with the light, you turn it on with the wick and everything, and you can just make it bright. So just know that you've got control of how bright you want your light to shine, and just turn it up. We all need to elevate our light and not be so scared of shining it, so that others can really toast their marshmallows off of us.
That's great. What I was getting to is like everyone should light a candle. Like we should just keep candles lit right now.
Ooh, I love that.
Every time you see the candle, just beam the light from your heart. Just feel that connection of love. Just let that candle be your reminder. So I'm going to definitely do that when we're done.
Yes, we will put a reminder on the page. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, light a candle for love. Choose love.
Choose love, baby. Wow. Woo!
Awesome.
Well, I feel 100,000 times better. I was already feeling great, and now I am like.
So something came up for me. It was really interesting last night. I had seen on Facebook that there was all of these motorcycle police that were on the PCH last night, and there's like hundreds of them just going down the PCH. And when Mike and I came home from, and my feeling about police has never really been one of just not liking them, but in the current events that have happened, it kind of feels like you have to be worried about the police. But I've really never. I mean, they give you speeding tickets. I don't love that, So I don't know what my vibration about police has been. I know this has not changed the way I feel about policemen, but these two motorcycle cops were next to us, and I looked over and I felt this gratitude, like, wow, like they're keeping us safe, like they're keeping us from harm. And I don't know that I ever felt that to that level before. So I thought that was really interesting if we can shift into that and what our police force is going to be helping us to do in these times of this, chaos. I think that could also elevate things.
Well, that I know. I was talking about the situation.
Because I know you've been scared of police. So
I have. I've been really scared of police. So
right?
Yeah, ever since we've been here, and there was issues about doing yoga on the beach, and so I just felt like I was, doing this wrong thing. Which again, I'm like, I'm doing yoga. I'm not. I'm not breathing or sneezing on anybody.
How is this wrong?
Yeah. But I was pulled over here for just the most minor, like I crossed a solid white line, which I didn't even know was illegal.
Right.
But three cop cars came, and I was terrified. Like I can't even imagine. But anyway, my point is all of our police officers are human beings. And I mean, again, I don't want to get into the whole thing. Everybody's a human being.
Yeah.
But I just want to give love to everybody. I just want to give love to everybody. And I know that bad things happen to really good people. And I love everybody. And I'm just, more love. Choose love. Choose love.
Choose love. Light a candle and choose love.
Yeah.
Love
it. Awesome. All right, guys, we are going to jump over to YouTube. So we're going to say goodbye from Facebook. But we love you.
If you need anything, we want to know if you need us to think about you during our meditations, like whatever it is. And please email us at goldynandlisa, GOLDYNANDLISA @gmail. If you have questions, if you want to shift something. We're really considering doing some, maybe just an audio recording with people to help them shift for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Bye, guys. Okay, the live stream on Facebook is over, and we are still here with you on YouTube and the podcast. And that was
followers.
Yes, thank you so much. That was an amazing little connection we did there with our hearts. That was super up-leveling.
So good. Yeah. If we can do that a few times a day, I think it will make a profound difference. I know it will.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And again, if you're listening and you have not emailed us for your free Abundance is Our Birthright teaching, you definitely want it. We've had multiple people emailing us and telling us how this has shifted their lives. So be sure to email us. And
your only homework on that was to subscribe on YouTube. So if you're already here, then it's yours for free. Just let us know.
If you subscribed.
And tell us, why is subscribing so difficult?
And tell us what your subscription name is. I know. Well, it's funny because I keep being asked to subscribe, and I don't know why. Not me. I've subscribed to us, of course, but other ones. And I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
We probably should do it if we want people to do it for us.
Well, I mean, I've done it for us, but I'm saying others. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like having our YouTube subscribe to other YouTubers.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's a good idea.
Because that would open the energy. I mean, that's like support,
right? That's a great idea.
Why are we asking people to do something we're not doing?
Right. That's a good point. Well, because I don't really watch anybody else's YouTube stuff.
No, I mean, I don't either. There's a few.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have cards or no?
I don't. I'm sorry. One of these days I'm going to get my shit together.
Oh my gosh. So funny. It's fun when you
about my chair.
Yeah.
I have a different chair today. Well, I have this chair in my room and it's been in here for a while. I bought it at Pier 1 like a year ago, and all of a sudden it's making the weirdest freaking noises at night. Like it's squeaking. So it happened once 2 weeks ago. And then it just, Mike flipped it over. This is like the middle of the night. He flipped it over. He looked at it. It's like Fort Knox. Like it's so stapled. I don't know how anything could be in it. And then last night it happened again, and it was like right when we were falling asleep. So Mike took the chair and threw it in the loft.
Oh
So I'm
my
like, I'm not
gosh.
sitting on that chair until we figure out if there's something living inside
Is
of it.
it squeaking? What is it doing?
It
I
is
don't.
the weirdest noise. It almost looks, it sounds like somebody's like torquing it, like just taking the legs and like, ee, ee. I can't, it
Wow.
doesn't sound like an animal. It sounds like it. I mean, I'm thinking maybe there's something inside of it eating it because there's like powder falling out of it.
Yeah, like a termite or something.
I am not opening that up without Mike being here.
That
So,
is that is
and I'm
creepy.
not sitting in it, and it's not coming back in my bedroom until we figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, keep that out. That's scary
So
stuff.
weird.
That is scary stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what are we going to pull cards on today?
All right. So what was, I mean, it's choose love.
Choose
Choose love.
love.
That's the
Yeah.
theme today. Choose love.
All right. So what is it? I mean, the first card is obviously the uh blockage card. Perfection.
And because people don't feel like it's perfect right now. People don't think that they can choose love right now. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I think
Like the world has to be perfect in order
yeah.
for us to choose love.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to choose love. It's easy to love someone when they're being loving.
Yes.
What we're being called to is to choose love when people are not being loving, when
That's
people
exactly
are being
right.
chaotic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's so hard for people. Yeah, it's one of the most powerful experiences when you can show gratitude and appreciation when things are falling apart. That again is where the universe steps up and shows you some of the biggest miracles, I mean, that I've experienced. It's always the darkest time gives us the biggest highs after the lowest lows.
So true. And when we can offer compassion in the face of, I'm thinking about like certain things I get into with my kids sometimes. And when I just like raise the vibe and I'm like, I don't want to fight with you. I love you. When you do that, it shifts the energy of everything. Otherwise, we have our stances.
Yeah,
and
the adversity
doesn't move, right? Like we call it, it's not a teaching moment. So when you step back into that, okay, I am love. I can choose love in this moment, no matter, they need love more than ever right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
I can be that beacon of love because I'm not lacking. I'm not wounded. I don't necessarily need to step into that mode of wounds with that person.
No.
Right. I can raise above that and offer healing
and shine that light, shine the light, choose love, because you're absolutely right. When people aren't being perfect, it's when they need more love.
That was good. That was really good.
That was really good. So here's the action card is perform.
And like sitting here thinking like, what can we do? Like, can we go down and start hugging these protesters? No, I'm not going to do that. But seriously.
Yeah. More love.
I don't know. Like how can we offer more love? I mean, we can definitely do it on a social media basis, but is there a way to do it in person? I had posted, I think it was this morning or yesterday, like random acts of kindness, like stuff that really activates that vibe.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. So perform, right? Be love, be love.
Yeah.
Be like in everything, in your words, in your actions, in your thoughts. I mean, turn the news off.
Yeah. One thing I've been doing that I got back into the practice, and it was my old network marketing company that I was a part of, and I still am, I still benefit from it, but it's called sendoutcards.com, and you can go on and create a real physical greeting card, and you can put pictures in it. It's really fun and creative, but I've been doing that. I've been acting. The whole basis of the company is to act on your promptings, and that company taught me law of attraction, because what you send out is what you get back. That was the beginning of my journey, but you act on your prompting. So when somebody comes into your mind, you send them a card. And I've been doing that. And it's so uplifting to do that. It's like giving, it's loving, it's recognizing someone for something that they did that made a difference to you. So, you can do little things like that, even just like fill out a card and send it to somebody, or a nice note, or I have Post-its that sometimes I'm going to start doing that. Post-its up. My husband did that the other day to the kids, and he wrote them just this beautiful message and said, I just want you to know you are amazing. And my daughter was like, I really needed to hear that today.
Wow. That's so nice.
So it's just acting on those little promptings.
That is beautiful. Well, it's like that woman, the coach who basically bathed you in, affirmation. I mean, that it feels so good to get that. So I love that. So perform. Yeah. Be the act of love for others. And then the outcome is allow. You know, just allow that
Allow the shift of energy,
allow
right?
the shift of energy, right?
Yeah.
And allow the idea that might, like right now it's so dark, it's so like things are coming apart. Just allow that more love is going to
Yeah.
shift it. Imagine, I mean, put yourself in a place of it all working out the way you want it to, rather than focused on the way it's not working out right now.
Yeah, like let's trust that process. I've seen some funny memes that it's like, oh, what now? You know, we're just kind of like, oh, what now? You know, it's like we don't even know what's happening, like murderous hornets or whatever.
Right.
So instead of feeling like, okay, something bad is going to happen now, it's like, no, it's like, this is our shift to good. I had read some post somewhere about, I think it was Daniel Scranton, who I love, about how June is going to be a very different energetic month. So it's not off to the greatest start, but it can with us. Like it can start today with us and in choosing love.
That's right. I love it so much. That's so good.
Light a candle, choose love.
That's
gonna be our
right.
slogan.
That's right. We like it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. We love you listening. And be sure, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, I assume you are, but maybe not. Check us out. The Real Ones.
Going there. It's great.
It's under The Real Ones, ONEZ, on Facebook.
Yep.
And
if you don't like Facebook right now and you're staying off of it, that's great. But if you are on there, you want us on there with you.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's
positive feed that's reminding you of who you are.
That's right. And
you can do.
And if you have questions, and if you're not on Facebook, then put them in the comments below, and we'll check them out. Yeah, we get those too. Or send us an email, goldynandlisa@gmail.com.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about the retreat, but there's some changes happening with the retreat. So it's still happening, but we're going through a little bit of a transition with that, and it's probably going to look a lot different than what we had first intended, but I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be super. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to spend some time with the real ones, in person, shifting your life, it's going to be epic. It's going to be great. That's right.
Awesome.
Right, all right. Love you all.
Peace.